Now, as I mentioned before, the government has got a vested interest in making sure that accounting information is accurate and well presented. And they have set up, along with the accounting profession, that is, people in the field, a handful of different criteria by which accountants try to make sure that everyone is on the same page regarding what is what, making sure everyone is speaking exactly the same language. Now, it's not perfect. There are still some differences between how companies will regulate things, and there's significant differences between how the United States reports certain things and how companies abroad will talk about certain things. So you can see how that's an issue when you're trying to decide between buying, McDonald's Corporation or whatever the big fast food company is in China. But what we have are a set of standards. Generally accepted accounting principles are the best known of these, and this is a U.S. set of standards that basically lines out the rules as to what is considered what for financial reporting. So, if an accountant is having a hard time figuring out how they should record a certain transaction, they would refer to the book of principles, of generally accepted accounting principles, to try to figure out what the rules say. So it's, again, sort of like learning a language, going into the dictionary and finding out how a certain word is spelled or how a certain verb is conjugated. Now you can see there's a handful of other ones here: Financial Accounting Standards Board, International Accounting Standard Board. These are organizations that try to make sure that all accountants are aware of changes in laws, for example, or in best ways to report certain transactions, and try to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Again, the accounting profession really benefits if you can go out and hire a CPA to do your taxes, and you can be confident that that CPA has got the best information the industry has to offer right now in terms of what is considered what from a transaction standpoint. The Securities and Exchange Commission is the federal body that regulates financial transactions. So all the stuff I was saying before about buying an investment, if I buy an investment in McDonald's and it turns out later that McDonald's was lying about a certain month's operations, and I actually had bad information when I was going into that investment, the Securities and Exchange Commission would be the organization that pressed charges against McDonald's. They would be the ones that went after them. It is their job to make sure that all the accounting information presented is accurate, because without accurate information, no one's going to make any investments, companies can't get the money they need to grow, the whole economy slows down, and we don't want that. Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, same kind of idea. If you're a public company, that means if regular people own your stock, own shares of your company, then you are obligated to report accurate and timely financial information. And then an audit of a financial statement. So we talked before about the financial statements: balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statements. The first step is recording all the transactions with some sort of dollar effect to them, remember? And then the second step is moving them all into that documentation. Now, an audit is a fancy word for investigation. And an audit will go in and ensure that the information in those financial statements is accurate. So in my company, we'll have auditors come in all the time, and if we reported that we spent this much money on envelopes this month, they go through and they actually try to find the receipts proving that we spent that much money on envelopes that month. If you are looking to graduate college with an accounting degree, you're probably going to look at auditing jobs right off the bat. It's a great job for someone out of school because there's a lot of travel involved. You get to go see things, and you see a bunch of different companies, and I've had a number of people that have gone through that, and it's a great way to start a career. You get a nice cross industry experience basis when you do that.